Hello, I'm Dr. Joseph Howell, and I've come to speak with you again about the most wonderful thing, the Enneagram. On our last YouTube, we really went into detail regarding the essence of our being. It was described on that YouTube what our essence really is, the core of our essential self. That was the self that came to earth when we were small little babies. It was our way that we related to the world without fear of being unloved, and without anger or rage. And then that essence had to be protected. It was very pure, very innocent, very vulnerable. And you may remember, or you may not, how that essence was wounded, was very hurt, and it could have been in a sudden incident, or it could have been over time, when the essence and its vulnerabilities had to be protected by what we call the ego, or the ego covering. As life progresses, however, some things happen. Losses occur, tragedies occur, and the dreams that the ego had can sometimes be broken. These losses bring on a need for the person to inspect what their life is really about. And this is the opportunity for a person to come to consciousness. What is it about the ego that paints it into a corner and that brings immense suffering for the individual? Well, there are several traps that the ego presents to us, and each trap is consistent with each of the ego types that are around the circle of the Enneagram. The trap for type 1 is perfection, in being fastidious and in being right. They need for everything to be perfect. The trap for type 2 is service, because in their need to be helpful, they have to continually serve and give to others, to exhaustion. Type 3 is trapped by efficiency. In their need to always succeed, they learn administrative ways to be very efficient, to succeed faster. Type 4 is trapped by authenticity. Because they are wanting to be special and wanting to find their true selves, they are always looking for who they really are so that they can feel real, authentic, and unique. Type 5 is trapped by knowledge. Their inner emptiness says that they must fill every nook and cranny of their emptiness with as much information and knowledge as possible. And type 6 is trapped with the quest for security, so that their fears are quelled and that they feel safe all the time. Type 7 is trapped by their idealism, because in seeking the ideal, they can always feel that they will be happy. Type 8 is trapped by their penchant for justice, which is fueled by their inner need to be strong and to take care of those who are under their purview. And type 9 is trapped by their own self-abasement or self-put-downs, in asserting that they do not matter as a way to protect themselves from mattering. They end up having a self-esteem issue that is betraying their true self. These numbers, these energies, also have avoidances. The ego of 1 avoids anger. The ego of 2 avoids their own needs. The ego of 3 avoids failure. The ego of type 4 avoids being run-of-the-mill. And the ego of 5 avoids inner emptiness and desolation. The ego of 6 avoids deviance or being different or defective. And the ego of 7 avoids pain, physical, mental, or spiritual. The ego of the 8 avoids their own weakness. And the ego of 9 avoids conflict. These traps and avoidances form a basis for suffering to occur. It may reach its peak in the teen years, in the young adult years, in midlife, or even beyond. But when this happens, the cause for self-remembering of our essence is brought to the fore, and we want to return to our true selves. I've enjoyed being with you, and I look forward to talking to you about the actual pathways to essence the next time we meet. Thank you very much.